All right, picking up where we left off for the fall review for Algebra 1, we're on question number 25. Using the function shown at the graph right, what is the domain and what is the range? Remember, we have robot dealers, as well as this little symbol and this little symbol. So looking at that graph, this is continuous. So I know that I'm going to have to be using these symbols right here. So when it's asking for domain, it's talking left to right. So how far to the left does this graph go? It goes to -3. I am going to include that value because that's a closed circle. And then how far to the right does it go? Right over here to 1, 2, 3, 4. +4. Again, I'm going to include it because it's a closed circle. Range is bottom to top. So the bottom of this graph is down here at -2. Now we're talking about our y, and the top of the graph is up here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can't remember if it's x or y, remember what the doctor told us. Doctor x, y. Domain is x, range is y. All right, which expression can be used to find the slope of the line which passes through the points -3, 7 and 5, -2? Use your formula chart. On your formula chart, we have slope of a line, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to label these. This is an x value, so that's x1. This is a y value, that's y1. X, comma, y. Here, this is my second point, so x2, y2, second point. And then you just plug it in. The y2 is -2, minus the y1 is 7. So far I can eliminate D. x2, my x2 is 5, minus my x1 is a -3. The minus is in the formula, and you also have the negative from the point. So you need a minus a negative. So it has to be C. Stan borrowed $200 from his brother and agreed to pay him the same amount each month until the loan is paid off. If he took 5 months for Stan to pay off the loan, what was the rate at which he paid his brother? Okay, so I'm going to find 2 points. Rate is rate of change, which is also the slope. So right here, so we've got a point those look like points. Yep, that looks like a point, that looks like a point, that looks like a point. All those look like points. Okay, so to find the rate of change or the slope, I can pick any 2 points. Guys, this does not have a scale of 1. So do not just count, oh, -2 over 1, -2. No. So I need to find the actual point. So let's use this point, 440. And then we've got this point, 50. You could have used any 2 points you want. So from here to here is -40. Here to here is +1, and it's delta y over delta x. So -40 over 1, so that is your rate. So he's paying him off $40 a month. Compare the graphs of the linear function y equals 3x minus 6 and y equals 3 parentheses x plus 2 minus 6. Which of the following is true? Guys, there's a graph here. But unless it's telling us I have to graph, I can plug those in my calculator. So I'm going to go to y equals, and we have 3x minus 6, and then 3 parentheses x plus 2 minus 6. All right, let's see. Do the graphs intersect at 0, -6? No, they do not. The lines are equally steep. Yes, they do. The lines have the same y-intercept. There's a y-intercept, there's a y-intercept, no. The lines have the same x-intercept. There's an x-intercept, there's an x-intercept, no. The answer is B. And I didn't even have to graph anything. Use your calculator. 29. Which graph shows a function with a 0 of -3? That is a vocab word. 0 means x-intercept. So here's this x-intercept, here's that x-intercept, here's that x-intercept. So which one has an x-intercept at -3? No, no, yes. What is the slope of any line that is perpendicular? So it's asking for two separate things, slope and perpendicular. Well, to be able to find the slope, first I have to solve for y. So I'm going to isolate other side, so minus 8x. I write them side by side, because this is how I get rid of that. So we have 4y equals 64 minus 8x. Isolate other side, side by side, divide by 4. So y equals, let me see, 64 divided by 4. 16 minus 2x. So we've got the slope. The slope is right here, because it's right there in front of x. And we want it perpendicular. Perpendicular means to double flip. So instead of negative, we make it positive. And instead of 2, we're going to write it 1 over 2. And that is your answer. So a positive 1/2 slope. Using the graph shown below, which has a line through the point 6,3 with a slope of 0? Slope man. Slope of 0 is going to look like the mouth. Which one looks like the mouth? This one, which is D. Which one has 0.63 undefined slope? Undefined slope looks like the nose. That's C. Positive slope, so going up, so that could be this one or this one, and it needs to go through the point 6,3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yep. There we go. Classify each by the strength and correlation. The strength is closer together. Correlation can either be positive, negative, or none, or no correlation. And guys, slope man can help us again here. Okay, so looking at these are generally going up, so we know it's positive. And it's not super strong, but it's not super weak, okay? So I would say it's kind of in the middle. So maybe a medium strength. Okay, here, this is going down, generally speaking, so this is negative. And these dots are even further apart than that one, so I would call this a weak correlation. This is going down. That is strong. That is very close to the line. So it's negative, and it is strong. This one is going down, so it's negative. And they're kind of close, but they're not as close as that one, so maybe medium. So which of the following is the strongest? Medium, medium, weak, strong. So C. Which one is the weakest? B. So the closer they are to the line is the stronger they are. Think of this line as a magnet. How strong is the magnet to pull all the little dots close to it? This one's the strongest, this one's the weakest. All right, Bernard plans to purchase several gel pens and pencils for school. If gel pens cost $1.50 each, ooh, we got that each word, so $1.50 for gel pens. Pencils cost 45 cents each. We got another each, so 0.45p. Write an inequality that shows that Bernard can spend at most 5. At most. If you can spend at most $5, you can't spend more than that. So it's less than or equal to 5. And I use the right letters. G for gel pens, P for pencils. So I'm going to put it all together. We've got 1.5 G plus 0.45 P, and it has to be less than or equal to 5. Cool.